Lava rock killing. You know I gotta jump in, man. It's warm out because the volcano's been going off. Manakas, we got the volcanoes going off, man, because the Kundalini is rising. Yeah, man. All praise due to the Most High. And some with a good one too, man. Some good ass, nice herbalities. Yeah. And people be hating on the herb, man. Why do ones hate on the weed for, G? I don't understand that. You know, when they came to America, that's the first place where they seen niggas smoking weed and tobacco. All of that. Weed and tobacco, man. You know, sitting back, chilling right on at the creek with their babies and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we do. But you needed a spot? Hey, going over there, we got a spot for you, just for you over there. You can chill and do whatever you want to do. Before you know it, Moses had that cluster B personality and was just gaslighting and projecting all kind of shit on knockers. And it became an all-out spiritual war. Like, damn, what the hell? But yeah, here we go. Food is information, man. Don't get it twisted now. Because it depends on the type of food that you eat. It depends on the type of food that you eat. Right now, I'll be on a fast for about 20 hours. Like, you know, until I put some fruit up in me at about, you know, 3:30, 4 o'clock. You know, and then I get everything going. I'm running off of the actual electric using the days prior. So I'll know I'm not overdoing it as far as like, you know, I'm not seeing like my energy get drained. I know which energy when I put it in, how long it's supposed to last. And this is what we all supposed to do with our own bodies, our corporate bodies. You know, it's very important for the meals because the parasites that we eat is telling us to eat the wrong shit anyway. You know, as far as like suggesting us to go to McDonald's, get some of them fries, you know what I mean? The shit they gotta go through to make them fries is crazy. I don't even have the urge to go get it. I stopped that in the 90s. So I'm just saying, people do eat that and be like, yo, I'm vegetarian, B. I'm gonna get some of these McDonald's fries, you know? So it's a lot of little things that go down in the world as far as like dealing with, you know, the attack on your spirit through the food. Because why? The information is in the food. You only can get so far. Okay. This one probably go in and out, but you see, I'm not gonna be too long because I gotta go charge the horn up and I'm gonna jump back on live a little later. But anyhow, when they see someone kind of mastering their little physical desires, you know, some people can develop this envious and this hate within inside of them. And this is all in the corporeal world. This is physical, fleshly world. You know, remember, we live, we die type shit. And that goes back into the spiritual realm. And beings are living in these realms. We just didn't know how and where and how to be able to maneuver through these things while in the physical flesh. You know what I mean? Or in the corporeal body. It's hard to do, you know? And so the actual food being, you know, persuaded, well, what you call it? Being, watch out. The bee be coming through like, yeah, you need to watch out for a bee. And sometimes they just sting you for nothing, but, you know, they feel the high vibe. But anyhow, though, the information that's given when we eat like all this fast food and shit like that, it makes us want to go and just be sluggish, not be productive. Being productive means that you're creative, you're creating something. So if you're always in your lower self, and it's cool to go down to your lower self, but to be sitting in it, they know that it's going to be harder for you to climb up to get to the top of the ladder, you know. And when we're all at the top of the ladder, things start falling into place for us. We start manifesting things metaphysically. Now, as far as like with one person, don't give food on TV and stuff because this is how they market to you. To your fleshly senses to make you think that you can achieve all these things that they show on TV. You can, but it comes from thousands of years of mastering, you know what I'm saying, the DNA of your body, you know what I'm saying, the corporeal body. But they make it seem like, oh, you're gonna wake up like this, you know. Nah, it's not like that though. But it takes time, and everything takes time. Everything takes time. It has a season, a blooming season, has a death season, it has all these type of seasons, you know what I mean? But we got this example through the creators, you know, the way everything is put together as far as like dealing with seasons or whatnot. But dealing with this food now, I was gonna jump and go all the way over there because I got that little Pisces up in my chart so I can just jump around and everything. But anyhow, the food, the information that they put inside you, this is the God jewel within, you know, the supreme mathematical thematics and supreme alphabets and the 12 jewels of life with the gods and earths. Now, I utilize these things because that was my first school of teaching, which I ain't have to have nobody showing me the ropes and holding my hand like that. It was like, yo, get out in the field and do what it do. Knowledge is foundation, wisdom is the way to the understanding. Boom. So I had to figure it out like that. And then we all did. So we all start, if you know you true and living, you writing exact, you put your information with another God, and boom, 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 and starts clicking. And that's showing and proving the divine cipher, seeing the intelligence power heard, which is, you know, wisdom, things that's made manifest so we can see it in a physical form, a flesh. Maybe on some shit. Or maybe looking like swole, or not being able to get turned on or, you know, persuaded by certain or things or fleshly things. Some people can develop that envious type of disorder. Jealousy can come with it too. It's like a little love-hate thing. And this is a part of the cluster B personality disorder. Now we can know where to go to now. We ain't got to just be like, yo, it's some mental shit. We knowing where we're going to it. You know what I'm saying? Peace to Uganda, East Africa. Peace, brother. You're all the way across the water. I love our brothers, man. We're going to connect. And most sides going to have a hand all over the world. And we're going to be dancing together with our feathers, man. And it's like, boom. But this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to really master our as men. The women don't run us. And they kind of want to try to do it, but they know they can't. The men has the light within. You know what I'm saying? So once we balance and have discipline on ourselves, which is through the food, we balance. We know what food to eat. So we won't be led in the wrong direction. It'll be hard to lead in the right because of these parasites all up in your lives in your bodies. They not only in your intestines, they everywhere. Shit, you know what I'm saying? And they're in your brain and so they're influencing your everything, man. Weakening your aura, so you get other, you know what I'm saying? Parasitic life forms that come into you to suck from your aura. You know, peace and love, bro. Love, I love that. So yeah, you know, I'm just adding on. We out here in the middle of the Pacific. Is the word Yahweh or Yahuwah, what they use for the all spirit or creator. So we're just gonna go with the old school. Alright. So the whole cluster B thing, man. We're jumping back into where we was at. The cluster B. You know, the cluster B personality is a psychological disorder that is plagued around the world now, and especially in the hoods of America, where niggas is at. I gotta say it like that because everybody say niggas. When I hear people riding past, they'll say nigga, you know, because it just feels like something that they ain't supposed to say, so they'll do it. You know how it is. So anyhow, you know, this cluster B personality, a lot of us can have the traits or, you know, a pathological actual disorder, man. And this disorder can further develop due to your lack of nutrition, basically, because we'll be malnutritious. We don't have the right amount of nutrients in us, the right amount of minerals and the things we have to do. We're always having to do something to get well, you know. And so if you want to take your health back into your own hands, yeah, man, the discipline comes first and foremost through your kundalini, your light energy, your chi, without wasting it. This is going to aid you to be able to eat the right foods now, which is the fruits, berries, and the melons and vegetables and all that good stuff. And then you can eat your cooked meals, you know, towards the end of the week or something like that. You know, Nagas was already doing this type of stuff. So, you know, and working out, you know, being creative, that's all Nagas are supposed to do. There's other man and mankind, they're going to do their thing, which is they're exploring and learning things. This is what they're doing, you know. But with us, we have the all spirit. Like, we have the connection straight to the source, you know. We can actually feel a lot more than what the average human can feel. But once you got all these parasites in you, it's going to be hard for you to feel anything because of the simple fact that these parasites is already taking over your nervous system. You have blood, neural, and lymph. That neural system is getting done in because all of these daggone worms and all this shit is just in you, man. And it's coming out you and reeking through your pores. And so with this gaslighting and projecting, people are trying to gaslight onto you something that is not even true or even happening to you. And you can make your ass believe whatever they're saying to you. You kind of went with that when you were younger, probably, if you was being bullied sometimes or whatever. Not saying that you was like pathologically bullied, but you can know when you catch on when somebody's trying to throw something, project their insecurity onto you, and you just take it and run with it. They do that to people who are kind of strong, I say. that can deal with some type of corporeal hardship, like, you know, like, damn, how can you make your body get like that? Or how can you not eat this? Or how can you just not have sex, man? How can you not think about this stuff? It's like, yo, when you start doing it, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to change up once you see. It's like with everything. If you've been growing up eating meat, then yeah, it can be hard for you to stop that, especially if you have somebody who know how to cook the meat real good for you and make you digest them parasites nice, you know. But okay, so yeah, you'll think nightmares and stuff like that is normal, all right? And it's not really normal because this is where your spirit is at now. When they attack your flesh, they're actually making your spirit weak too. So this is why we're saying cultivate that spirit. Now it must be a Mercury retrograde coming up. We might as well cultivate that spirit within, because this is where you got to make sure you keep your happiness and bypass these that first resurrection and the earth resurrection on earth upon death. And this is why working out and all these different things is good. You see people who look like the illusion of supernatural health, which is like, but they're taking all kind of substances and shit, stem cells and all of this stuff. They're not aging. They're not doing it gracefully by the hand of the Most High Creator. They might try to make it seem like they are. You know what I'm saying? You got beings wearing these diamonds and making them seem like they're the holier than thou and that their word is bond and true. But then you see that, and the energy of the diamond will turn on them. And a lot of them ain't even wearing diamonds. They're wearing fake diamonds. But the energy of the jewel will turn on you if you're not true and it's not in your heart. So this is where, that's why when you see men, when we wear our jewels now, it's going to be a little bit different. You know, as far as like, you know, you're going to have to be a little bit more honorable. And by like eating the food, it help you to be in your eating the right. So yeah, you know, we're going in and out. I just want to chop in, man. I didn't want to be too long, but we're focusing on getting our Kundalini going the right way amongst a bunch of people whose Kundalini is going the opposite direction, which is offensive. So they make it seem like you're offending them when they're actually, in reality, offending you. You know, but you're learning how to deal with it because you're mastering. So your spirit is going to be getting stronger. But the more weaker you be around certain things, eating the weaker foods and shit like that, things that are weakening your neurons, you know, then you won't be able to. You won't be able to be like, you won't be able to see when another person or another one of us is coming with that truth that the Most High has touched to be able to help to ignite and spark something within another one of us. We can deliver the information. You know, health is the main one right now, because once we catch on to, all right, I'm gonna end it though. But like our knowledge, external knowledge for history as a debate type of thing, like. Got this and who's that and who's the type of archaeologist or whatever, you know what I mean? We're getting past that. Now we're in the health season, and we're proving the so-called medical industry wrong, you know, and how you can help yourself into a nice supernatural life. But this is where you'll see that you're being really attacked on a spiritual level, and that you have to help your spiritual shit too, because you're gonna have illusionary motherfuckers out here who look like they're the part, and they work out, they may be chiseled, but we over here, you know, we doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're getting the strands and stuff. But you see, I'm not in the anabolic state. I'm not sitting here looking like I'm on steroids. I'm just just chilling how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? So anyhow, though, you ain't got people looking like that trying to tell you something, and you easily to believe them and being led in the wrong direction, and hard to be led in the right due to the fact that you got these parasites up in your gut. And that's a hard thing to do. You won't be able to connect with your supernatural family. I can check over here. Your supernatural family, the animals, the dove, enjoy nature. None of that shit. You won't be enjoying nature. You'll be on that first octave, you'll be on that first key, ding, you know what I'm saying, or do, and then you be sitting there going to work and doing whatever it do, daydreaming in your mind, in your crown chakra, but you can't necessarily get the light up there. And this is how you know you've been up there, is because if you make it up to 6 months of having semen retention, things will start of celibacy and all of that, you know what I'm saying, your Kundalini start going in the right direction, and then you'll start getting the downloads, the answers, all the answers start coming to you. Really, you don't have to go outside and go out there. It'll just come to you whatever you want, because you have a magnetic field the Most High gave to you, you know. And once we all get onto this is how we're gonna all get the land back, because we was all priest kings, you know. We was all into this. This is not nothing that we never did before. We're just remixing it and putting it out now. You know, this is something that these muds ain't never seen, and and we're gonna do it all on the all level. So yeah, the food, yeah, it's gonna be hard because you've probably been eating meat and stuff before, because that creates this dopamine effect. Because meat is like, it's blood up in there, you know, something died, and it's a corporeal thing, it's a fleshly thing. So it'll make you be okay. So whereas a fruitarian vegan diet, it'll make you be, you know what I'm saying, more, you can develop the fruits of your spirit more so, you know what I'm saying, which is patience, virtue, all these different things that we have, you know. And you eat something more 80% to 70% fruit and veggies versus, you know, animal products every single day. You know, I realized horses cry, and they slaughter horses to feed them to people, and I seen that a horse cried, and they're, man, horses is connected to us, G. We don't supposed to kill and eat them things. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, though, we don't really supposed to kill and eat anything running on the ground and shit, G, because you can develop friendship. Even if the fish come up to me and chop it up, I'm like, they smart. You know what I'm saying? And they have to develop a trust with you too. That's a part of the whole Most High scheme too. Once they trust you, they coming up to you, they rubbing on your feet in the water. They're showing love. And this, all animals can do it. They kind of showed it in Avatar, but I'm just saying, this is whereas, you know, you have to cultivate that spirit, because it's inevitable. People playing around where of existence is that a certain subjected heavens that these spirits will be placed into after time being spent on the earth plane, running rampant, trying to influence mortals. You know what I'm saying? These people's gonna be removed also, just like, you know, like you have the police and sheriff and all that shit. Where do you think they got that from? It's from the higher security of the upper rooms, you know what I mean? And the Etherians know all the heavens, where they're at. They the ones that come and visit all the heavens, whereas the false guys, they don't know where none of these all the heavens. They don't know how to get to them. They just know how to go to and fro to certain parts, you know? And so, yeah, man, it gets really deep. So Most High is giving you the keys right now to get past this shit. You know, these people, they'll tell you, and you'll see certain ones, they get downloads too. You know what I mean? I'm talking about different cultures. So you'll know, if you have the discernment, to be able to see which is right and which is wrong, because you can hear the Most High's words or the true God's words in these beings being delivered. And I don't care, you won't be easily led in the wrong direction, because you're not full of parasites. You're not having an aggressive life. You know what I'm saying? Being hella aggressive, like they want to show you on with the workouts. You got to be like, that shit, man. You got to be all that. And after a while, it's just like, boom, put it down. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I may do that if I felt like I did something, but I may not do that all the time. I don't have to moan at the urinals and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you're dealing with cluster B shit now. You know, these are things that people have to really like focus on in themselves. And us as Nagas, we've been through it before, and so we must go through it again now. You know what I'm saying? And our new generation, they down with it. You just got to teach the youngins. Some of us ain't gonna be able to make it. That's older. Dealing with the want to do the whole little external debate histories. We need that too, for a final forefront like of the new things that came out. But right now it's also about that health and wellness and getting that unseen energy into operation and popping the line now. You know, because the information in the food is here to poison your ass, so you won't be able to do that. So fasting is how you don't even have to take a damn shower like that every day. You know what I'm saying? You can fast your animal. You got bacteria on you that'll clean your ass. You just don't let it do it because you're too busy bathing with they now cipher products. They're fucked up products that they made to use to produce even more parasites on your ass, and to bathe the parasites and get them strength and stuff, you know? And so, yeah, man. If you allow your own, they tell you ain't supposed to, you're supposed to, and filtering. That's the key to health. And a lot of us, nobody never and stuff. I'm saying the kidneys is the way to healing your whole fucking body, really. It's a lot of chi up in them joints. If they go offline, you're offline. That's why a lot of they're